Hello, it's the language guy here, and today I want to discuss the Germanic languages. These languages all had an ancestor which is named Proto-Germanic. As the name suggests, it was the beginning of the Germanic languages that we know today, which again was divided into West and North Germanic. One very important language to the world as we know it, the UN, most of public things in the world, is English. English is also part of the Germanic language group. Fun fact, English is a West Germanic language, meaning it developed with Frisian and all those other languages, which I don't know the names of yet in English. But one thing I also know is that the other languages, like the Scandinavian ones, which I will come back to in a minute, got a lot of their influence from English, which is kind of a blessing in disguise. Also, English got a lot of influence from Latin and French. French is a Romance language, meaning it's not a part of this group. I will discuss that in a future video. Back to the Scandinavian languages. These are the languages used in Northern Europe, meaning Norwegian, Swedish and Danish. These languages are also very alike. They are also neutrally intelligible, meaning that one using one language with another native language speaker in that region will understand one another regardless of which language they use. Say, for instance, if a Swede meets a Dane, he or she won't have to use English because they understand one another at a reasonable level. I, for one, think that it's a unique feature to Scandinavia itself to be able to have such an advantage when it comes to language. But then we have the West Germanic branch, as I can call it. These languages are not mutually intelligible, although they all use the same writing system. And when I refer to the same writing system, I want to refer to the Latin writing system. Although the Scandinavian languages uses it with a few tweaks. Norwegian and Danish having 3 extra letters, which I will come back to in a minute, and Swedish, which also has 3 extra letters, but 2 of them are different from Danish, the Danish ones, which the Norwegian language took and said that they were a custom, or they were custom made rather. One important thing to note is that the alphabetical order is completely different when it comes to the Scandinavian languages. Well, first of all, you have the standard A to Z, which you have in English. After that, you have another 3 extra letters, which is A, E, O, which I will come back to soon. And this is for the Danish Danish alphabet rather. Well, my reason for using this is because the Danish alphabet is not actually only Danish. Not the Norwegian language also took it, as I said earlier. But one important thing to note is that in medicinal terminology, there is also still used a lot of Latin in these languages. As a fact, I know that German is also very important. It had a lot of influence when it came to the Scandinavian languages and the North Germanic languages, yes, because I think German was the one who kind of started the evolution or development of these independent languages that we know today and speak today and stuff. German could also have started the freeing of English, meaning that German is a common ancestor for the Scandinavian languages. No, not the Scandinavian only, but rather the Germanic languages. Well, as part of the name suggests, you might have figured that out already, or you may not, depending on your intelligence in linguistics. Well, at least Latin had a big influence on English, which again had a big influence on German and the Scandinavian languages. I personally think that the Scandinavian languages is a scam. Not to insult the Scandinavians themselves or Scandinavian language learners. I fully respect you. For one, I don't really understand why it has to be 3 languages, but one language per country in Scandinavia. Why don't they use different or one language for 3 countries? Well, that was it. Please like, comment, rate, and subscribe. If you haven't already, please do. And I also want new ideas for next week's video. Or yes, on what you want to see next. Take care. Bye.